listening to the Throwback Metal Show with your host, Martin DeBourge, broadcasting live from the Metal Lair. And now your host will recap the latest news that won't affect your life at all, encapsulated in 15 seconds.
Sebastian Bach, the latest voice to tell Gene Simmons that we've heard enough, says he gets enough rock in his life. If you hated hockey before, maybe you'll like hockey now. Hammerfall is lending their song Fury of the Wind, which I'm going to play later, to the NHL's Minnesota Wild. Michael Anthony says he can pull off any of the lead vocals to any of the classic Van Halen tunes, but can he do the splits? Vinnie Paul says pickle juice is the perfect hangover remedy. Saw him at NAMM last year. I'd be inclined to think that if anybody knows, he does. My guest tonight is Jaye Sooter, local to the high desert of Southern California, multi-instrumentalist for the band Merletallica. I'll be playing a couple of their songs on the show tonight.
Excellent!
He's a good friend and a heavy metal maniac. I'll be pouring a couple drinks for us and asking him all the important questions. But you can ask Jay some questions too. Just join us in the chat room at koshermetal.com. Our first song to kick off the show is the song he handpicked. All right, Martin DeBourge back with you. I'm in the studio with Jaye Sooter.
Woo! I'll drink to that.
And that is true. We are having drinks because we are allowed. This is internet radio and nobody's listening anyway, so.
Can't see shit.
But you're right. We when we were dialing in the microphones, we talked. We did a little check, and I wasn't even thinking of it. I said we're red lighting here, but green lighting out there. You interjected and said
Green light,
which means.
Which means take a drink. Well, we do that when we're playing live. It's just when you're playing live in a bar, you know, one of your key things is you've got to make money for the bar.
Of course, yeah.
So we encourage drinking and booby flashing. That's our job.
The first part makes us capitalists, and the second part, we're hoping, is very liberal.
That's where the heavy breathing earlier came in.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry, I got a little stumped when I started thinking about boobs.
Well, don't we all just pause for a second?
Good stuff.
Hell yeah.
So anyway, in that, you know what? We were just listening to one of your requests, that Danzig tune. Goes back a little ways there, late 80s.
Oh, yeah. That was a great album.
Great album. And that song, you know, I hadn't heard that in a while. And when you asked for it, I pulled it up, gave it a listen. I'm like, you know, what they were doing at the time was so cutting edge.
Like I was saying earlier, when I saw them live, they're so much heavier live. I caught them at the Orange Show, and I couldn't fucking believe. And John Christ and Chuck Biscuits, just wow. And then Glenn all yoked out. Mm-hmm. Wow. They had this band open for them. I'll never forget, Jenna Torture.
They were called what now?
Jenna Torture.
Okay.
And they're a metal band with this female lead singer, dominatrix, dressed kind of like the Rob Halford thing.
All right.
With this big black dildo, and they've got these naked chicks oiled up, slung up in, S&M slings and shit, and shit going on. I couldn't believe what was going on stage. And I was watching this stage, to this day. See, this how many years ago? And Jenna Torture. I remember the fucking band name.
Well, the visual that you're displaying here sounds very appealing, but do you remember anything about them, the music?
The metal, the band was jamming, yeah. But you're watching people fuck on stage.
Oh, wow.
Seriously.
Wow.
I was like, how did they get away with that? That's my kind of stage show, right?
Interesting. I'll have to look them up. Jenna, like J-E?
Like genital.
Genital.
Like genital torture. Jenna Torture.
I'm not so impressed.
Oh, it was crazy. The chick reminded me of a female Rob Halford. And when Danzig came on, I was still picking my jaw up off the floor from what I was watching.
Interesting. Well, I'm going to definitely have to check them out. Are they, would you say, because it sounds like it would be more like punk, but were they more metal?
They were way more metal, yeah.
Oh, wow.
They're more metal.
Interesting. Definitely.
She was a screamer chick, a growling metal, speed metal chick, yeah.
All right.
Janitorture. It's a conjunction there, Mike.
Oh, janitorture.
Janitorture, yeah.
So the word genital isn't in there.
No, it's just...
I can't believe we're talking this long about it.
Right. Next, check, please. Bye, Felicia.
Oh, boy. We're going to wrap this interview.
Next song.
Soon, so we can get you filled up, because this is going to be a fucking great interview. At any rate, before that, we were listening to your Ace of Spades cover, which was jamming. Even as I was getting up to change out the mics for a split second there, I'm like, holy shit, was that you, or did I accidentally put up the Motorhead song? That's fucking awesome.
It was me.
Next up, we're going to do your Symphony of Destruction cover.
Oh, hell yeah. That was actually a demand by Bob, our drummer. And we've worked hard for years because of Southern Spirit, playing for 23 years. Bob eloquently puts it as, dude, I'm tired of playing cow music. So to suffice that, because we're both metalheads in the country world, we've been looking for somebody to fit that little niche. And we had a guitar player for a little bit, but he wouldn't learn Symphony of Destruction, so we fired him. He wanted to play Dirty White Boy. I'm like, no, fired.
No, fired.
And then he brought up Guns N' Roses. I'm like, no, fuck that, you're fired.
How dare you bring that up in my presence? Did you even look at the tablature for this?
Did you miss the fucking email I sent you? You better Google that shit, motherfucker.
Go back and look at the email, because that's how I fired you, too.
Oh, man.
Have you done that yet, fire via email?
No.
Anyway, let's go to Symphony of Destruction.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Think you're low on water, man.
That's good, Jay. That's pretty good.
This is Betsy Bitch, and you're listening to the Throwback Metal Show.
Wait. Oh! And boom goes the dynamite.
Shunt.
Martin DeBourge back here with Jaye Sooter. We were just talking about how, we're being hypocrites, because in the last segment we were talking about boobs and we were getting pretty risque, and now we're talking about daughters and how, fuck that. Doing laundry and you see your daughter as a teenager wearing a G-string, and you cut that shit right up and say, who bought this for you? Because I sure as hell.
I look at my wife, it's her fault. Who the fucks are these? They're not. I didn't buy them.
We're such hypocrites, man.
Not with my daughter, you don't.
And rightfully so. At any rate, that last tune we played was another one of your requests.
Oh, that's my favorite song off that whole album. Domination.
Shunt.
Oh, Toxic Shunt. In fact, that's a name that Bob wants. We're trying to throw around band names, which is how Merletallica came up.
Right.
We were woofed one night after a gig, and we've been playing this country band for a long time. And he's like, we should call it Merletallica, bro. And I started cracking up. I'm like, it's stuck. So we use it. But Toxic Shunt was one of the names he threw out.
Now somebody's going to steal that shit, because that thing is just as classic.
Toxic Shunt. How do you spell that?
Exactly, right? And I would just love to hear some of the overseas people pronouncing shunt. Oh, Toxic Shunt.
Holy shit.
Holy shit. Damn, I am going to have to play some commercials. Anyway.
Radio edit.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, we got some cool guys in the chat room. We got Lewis from War Within. We got Matthew
Brother
from Resistance. In fact, Matthew, and actually both those bands were at Throwback Metal Fest this last time. You even made an appearance and came to check it out, didn't you?
Yeah. I had my own gig going on, but I snuck out. As soon as we were done, I ran down to check it out.
What a fucking great time, man. I can't wait to do it again next year. You're talking about Merletallica having some originals by the end of 2015. Sounds like we got to put you on the 2016 bill.
That sounds cool to me. I'm down. I had a fun time sitting in with you guys out there in Vegas. That was
right. You did sit in for a Cantation.
For Brian, yeah.
That was with War Within as well.
Yeah, and dude, all the bands that played were badass,
weren't they?
Yeah.
That was a fucking great venue too, man.
You know what? I have pictures on my cell phone. I'm a Kiss fanatic.
Right.
So seeing the airbrush artwork, and they had the individual album art from all the different, the 4 different albums, I had to go over there and take pictures. And they had Scorpions on one wall, and Ozzy, and then they had Icarus from Led Zeppelin on the other. I was like, holy shit! I was a tourist all of a sudden in my own gig.
That was a great time. There was video of that performance you had with us there floating around on YouTube somewhere.
Best part of that gig, bro, is I didn't have to bring my fucking amp.
Right? Oh, and I think it was, and Lewis could probably, since he's in the chat room, he could probably verify this with me, but I think his bass player plugged in, something was wrong, this was their backline equipment. Soundman says, no problem, and he pulls out the second full stack amp they have in stock.
They gave us a pick.
What the fuck?
So you can have this head with that amp or that amp with or whatever you want. I'm like, okay, I'll take that one with that one.
Yeah. Running a venue like it should be run, man.
Look at me, we're inside, I'm grabbing my cigarette, because we're having a little drink. Need an ashtray and an open arena here.
Yeah, we tried the open arena thing, but when we do that, let's see, I even have a sound file for that, maybe. Let's see. That's what happens when I open up the windows and plug them to it.
You damn skippy. Dude, I came home from Big Bear. My wife was like, you know what I saw walking down our fucking street? A coyote.
A coyote?
She's like, every dog in the neighborhood's going off.
Oh, yeah.
Our 2 dogs are asleep. I'm like, they're fired. Calm down. And I rescued one of them. I'm like, you're going back. I love my dogs.
Yeah, dogs are cool. What are your dogs' names?
Ziggy and Marley.
Really?
Absolutely.
Very cool.
Although Marley should have been named Scooby. He's about the dumbest shit I've ever met. But he's loyal. Ziggy is our rescue. We rescued a German Shepherd, and he's about 5 years old. He's the coolest demeanor in the world.
Cool.
But he digs out. He's like my ex-convict that wants to have a prison break every fucking week. And I'm out there in my pajamas and flip-flops with a cigarette cussing out. All the neighbors know me now.
Yeah.
Have you seen a fucking dog? No? Well, if you do, I live. Shit. But I love him. You know, and he attached himself to my wife, so I really can't get rid of him because... You know, if Mama's not happy, then we got to move.
Happy life, happy life. Right? Anyway, next up is also a band that played here at the last festival called Ashbury from Arizona.
Hey, this is Margarita
and Dave
from Edge of Paradise, and you are listening to
the Throwback Metal Show.
Your ghost.
Hey bands, how about taking a limousine to your next gig? A touch of class limousines can make sure you arrive in style. One of the things that's going to set you apart from those other bands is that you're stepping out of your touch of class limousines like the rock star you are. Book a minimum of 6 hours with the touch of class limousines, and then mention this ad, we'll throw in an extra hour. That's the Throwback Metal Call 877-702-LIMO. That's 877-702-LIMO. The local office up here is 760-948-6900.
Every shot there's a different fucking dog skin with us.
Martin DeBourge back with you. Jay and I talking about some South Park episodes, laughing.
God damn it!
I was saying
Ski guys, I'm going home.
I love it later when it develops into.
I almost spit whiskey everywhere, dude. Oh my god.
Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to play a little South Park clip later when Satan and Saddam had a little affair going on. It's a touching moment.
I did not have an anal probe. I'm on a singer about a moon energy. That's awesome shit.
Oh, shit. Okay. Way too much fun. Okay, so in that last segment, I can't remember. I know we just ended the Testament. You and I were at that show. Iron Maiden, Megadeth, Testament.
That was badass, yeah.
Sabaton.
Yeah. What was it? Who was it? Anthrax, Megadeth, Sabaton.
Anthrax was there, yeah. I forgot about Anthrax.
And
their cover set.
Oh, who was the other band?
Okay.
That opened the
right
show.
Over your head, didn't it?
That went right over my head because I was thinking.
Because they played nothing but covers, man.
Oh.
Anthrax.
Well.
What the fuck?
My wife, I took her to her first metal show. That was it. So she loved Anthrax. Yeah. So that was her highlight of her time. I was screaming when Testament was up there. I was like, yeah! That was badass.
Right. The whole night was great. The only thing about that, what was that? It used to be called Glen Helen Regional Park. Now it's called something.
Whatever the fuck it is now, you know. Duval.
But we were hanging out all night for Maiden. It was great to see him, but we were on the move constantly because we had lawn seats.
Oh, yeah.
And those fucking meth heads just start burning the plastic and the cardboard.
In the mosh pits and the bonfires, yeah.
I'm like, these fucking kids, they don't have to drive home, little fucking brats. I gotta get high off this fucking plastic if I live through the night. So we had to, every time the wind would shift, we'd have to get up and move to a different part of the lawn while we were listening to Maiden.
Oh yeah, I had my wife there, like I said, and she thought she got a little intense when that started going on. I'm like, this is normal.
This is normal. Next time I know, it'll be normal. But I think I'll be glad that I wasn't restricted to a seat because we needed to move around when the plastic running stuff.
Oh yeah.
Fucking ridiculous. Anyway, the next song we're going to play, we're out of Merletallica tunes because you guys are currently in the studio.
Right.
So obviously we're going to have you back. But the next song is going to be a song that you requested we play, which is The Four Horsemen by Metallica. Yes.
Epic tune.
I assume you've seen them live.
You know what? I've never seen Metallica live.
No.
Never seen Metallica
them in their prime.
Nah, I did. The closest I got was I met Jason Newsted in Niles, Michigan, when I was in Michigan at one time. And we hung out and had a smoke together.
Dude, I'll take that over seeing them.
And that was about it.
Because I saw him at, what was that? Monsters of Rock, Kingdom Come, Van Halen with Van Hagar.
I've been playing in bands and in bars for 20, ever since I got out of school.
Yeah.
And when I learned I could make money doing it,
right.
Started booking myself. I've missed a lot of shows. In fact, I've driven by so many fucking Ozfests in Devore, going to, of all places, the Branding Iron in San Bernardino to go play some fucking cow music for yuppies and kids that want to drink their beer, and
I get it though.
But when I do go to see a show, I usually make it count. One of the favorite venues I like to go to is the Hollywood Bowl. Oh. That's a really cool place to go see a show.
I've never been. Who'd you see at the Hollywood
Bowl? First time I was there was a Disney extravaganza with my grandparents. I was like 11. No, but I caught Queen with my favorite singer, Paul Rogers.
Oh,
and
Paul Rogers brought Queen.
That was a cool show, and they did this hologram thing of Freddie Mercury for the I'm getting goosebumps now for the Bohemian Rhapsody intro, and they laser put him on stage with a grand piano and it was a moment. And then it started kind of misting and drizzling, and then Slash came out and played with them, and they were playing Free. They were playing Bad Company. They were playing Queen shit, of course.
Nice.
But it was all the way around a bitchin' concert.
That sounds
But the venue's cool.
Yeah.
The venue's cool.
I'll keep my eyes open.
I saw Motley Crue and Aerosmith. Almost lost my wife that night. She got this thing for Nikki Sixx. Bass players, I don't know.
Right.
But when they hit the stage, that bitch took off running up to. I thought I was gonna lose her. I was like, "Hey, bitch, we ain't even going up there. Our seats are back here, bitch." She didn't hear me. She just took off to the pit.
Is this one of the parts I'm gonna have to edit out for the YouTube video?
Oh no, we've been married 17 years, and in fact, I love you, honey. Our anniversary was yesterday.
Oh,
and
this next song's for the bitch.
Well, you know, I made sure
Am I
she
allowed to
was
say that on record?
absolutely.
Do I gotta give you Sooter sign commercials?
No, she knows she's a bitch. She'll admit it.
Oh my goodness.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Okay. No, you are not hearing the same song again. I accidentally played that song back to back with the interview segment. It's a Cantation tune that I played voiceless, the instrumental version, in order to do our interview segments. But it's cool. I mean, whatever. I mean, Jay knows how to play this song since he fills in for us.
Absolutely.
Good time when you were here jamming with us those 2 times right before the Vegas gig, and then Vegas, which is where the whole "you better Google my ass"
You better
thing.
Google it, motherfucker. Figure that shit out.
What was the name of that place we ate at right next to Banff? I can't even remember. The Hash House.
The Hash House.
Which is a great name.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Don't let the name fool you. They don't let you.
I was fooled.
I was fooled.
I walked in there expecting something different.
Give me a double hash burger.
I had to go back out in the parking lot and then come back in.
Speaking of which, I'm sure it's cool to say, but man, you bailed us out of a pinch, man. That sound guy was happy to see you.
Oh,
at Banff.
it was. You know what? I chuckled because I got back home and I was telling my wife about the excursion, and I said, "Babe, it took off about like an hour and 45 minutes, and I had the general manager, both sound guys out back puffing a bowl with me." And she's like, "I wouldn't have expected anything fucking different."
Well, and it was awesome because, you know, it's standard practice for me whenever we go to a gig. Nano and I will pull together some money and we say, "Hey, we got to grease the sound guy, give him a few bucks."
Right.
Or, give him a 20 spot or give him some drinks or whatever. And I tried to push that on that sound guy, and he's like, "No, but if you have any medicinal," and I'm like, "You know what? I know I have a guy."
Exactly. Rock band 101. Make the sound guy your friend. You know, I've seen other guys come in other bands. They don't know that. You see them get learned.
Yeah, real quick.
Sorry about your luck.
But it's standard practice. I sang for a band called Damien Thorne out in Chicago, and they were the ones that
Great
taught me.
name.
Yeah, Damien Thorne. Yeah, they did their thing. Anyway, they were the ones that taught me the lesson, and I never forgot it because I saw the difference between the band that played before us and us that tipped them.
Right.
Give the guy some fucking money or drinks.
Right.
Because usually those venues aren't buying their drinks. But at any rate,
right.
This is our last interview segment, so I want to make sure we touch on anything. I'm sure you'd like to say something endearing to your wife since this is the anniversary, and she's not really a bitch.
No, but she will admit to it. I'll give her that. But it's the balance because I'm 14 years old in a 44-year-old body. So I need mom to whoop me into shape every now and again. And in 17 years, she's been around the country. It's tough. What was it? Loving and using man ain't always what it's supposed to be.
Is it not true? Is it not true? I mean, I'm fortunate because my wife is also music rooted. But those that aren't, it takes a special kind of woman.
Right. And I see, my bandmates have problems with their girlfriends all the time. I'm like, sorry about your luck, dude.
Sorry about your luck. I got a green light. Here I go with green light.
Green light.
I got green lighted on this whole fucking gig, so.
That's it. It's cool. Yeah, it does take a strong woman, and I don't care what anybody says. If you don't the sign of a good man is a smile on your woman's face.
Sure.
And that's what I strive to do. And she lets me do what I do. So it's nothing for me to do that for her. And I'll do whatever I can to make her happy as long as she still lets me play my song and act like Mr. Pimp Daddy Rockstar on the weekends and come home and wash the clothes. And do I missed a spot, Chief.
It's too bad I don't have the violin. I usually have a nice little violin to play. I was going to
that would be awesome.
During a little heartfelt moment.
Can we do a little dub?
It's so not metal. Yeah, right? I will do a little dub.
In Dudley.
In Dudley.
Can I raise a practical question?
No, we're not fucking doing Stonehenge.
I fucking love that movie.
Yes.
My wife hates that movie. She doesn't get it.
Let me tell you a story about my ex-wife, who's not listening to this. Whatever.
Well, that's good.
We were watching Spinal Tap, and at the end, remember Nigel gets out of the band, and at the end, they're in Japan, and, David said, no, but it's like a little nod, like, come up here and join us on stage. She started crying. My ex. She thought it was the most heartfelt moment. I'm like, you realize this is satire, right? Then I started drawing up the divorce papers.
Oh my God. You can't really dust for vomit now, can you?
I'll show a little respect for the appearance and presence of the king,
Oh, that's the greatest movie of all time. I think I've had it three different DVDs of it because one got stolen, one got broke. I just had to have it.
Oh, yeah.
Staple. But yeah, even my son, I'm like, dude, you got to watch this. He's like, yeah, okay. You can understand. But on the music side of things, it's my job to, and he plays drums too.
Yeah.
And I've fed him everything. I'm like, you can like whatever you like. And Joey from Slipknot is his dude. He loves that. And kid's badass on drums. But I've thrown him everything rock from straightforward Judas Priest, to even just stuff that's straightforward, because that's where you got to start out as straight and solid.
Sure.
ZZ Top, and cruising on up and give him a good grounding into classic rock and the heavy metal to nowadays you can pick and choose what you want. And then I hear him playing that bibbity bobbity boo shit.
And you gave him a good look.
And I'm like, you know what? I expect that shit out of your sister, but not you.
I hold you to a
He runs back in and puts Pantera on. Sorry, Dad.
At any rate, we're way over our interview segment. That was our last one. It was great having you, Jay. We're going to post this up on YouTube later this week, and you get to share the shit out of it.
Right on. Hopefully I'll still live with my wife.
All right, we're halfway
Thank you.
through White Zombie now. We'll play that.
I did not have